Exposition of the Christian Faith, Book 1, Chapter 7. The Apostle says that Christ is the image of the Father, for he calls him the image of the invisible God, the first begotten of all creation. Colossians 1 verse 15 and 16. First begotten, mark you, not first created, in order that he may be believed to be both begotten in virtue of his nature and first in virtue of his eternity. In another place also the apostle has declared that God made the Son, quote, heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, who is the brightness of his glory and the express image of his substance, end quote. Hebrews 1 verse 2. The apostle calls Christ the image of the Father, and Arius says that he is unlike the Father. Why then is he called an image if he has no likeness? Men will not have their portraits unlike them, and Arius contends that the Father is unlike the Son, and would have it that the Father has begotten one unlike himself, as though unable to generate his like. The prophets say, quote, in your light we shall see light, end quote. And again, quote, wisdom is the brightness of everlasting light, and the spotless mirror of God's majesty, the image of his goodness, end quote. This is from Wisdom, chapter 7, verse 26. See what great names are declared. Brightness, because in the Son, the Father's glory shines clearly. Spotless mirror, because the Father is seen in the Son. John 12, verse 45. Image of goodness, because it is not one body seen reflected in another, but the whole power of the Godhead in the Son. The word image teaches us that there is no difference. Expression, he says, that he is the counterpart of the Father's form, and brightness declares his eternity. The image, in truth, is not that of a bodily countenance, not one made up of colors, nor modeled in wax, but simply derived from God, coming out from the Father, drawn from the fountainhead. By means of this image, the Lord showed Philip the Father, saying, Philip, he that sees me sees the Father also. How then do you say, show us the Father? Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father in me? John 14, verse 9 and 10. Yes, he who looks upon the Son sees in portrait the Father. Mark what manner of portrait is spoken of. It is truth, righteousness, the power of God. Not dumb, for it is the word. Not insensible, for it is wisdom. Not vain and foolish, for it is power. Not soulless, for it is life. Not dead, for it is the resurrection. You see then, that while an image is spoken of, the meaning is that it is the Father whose image the Son is, seeing that no one can be his own image. More might I set down from the Son's testimony, howbeit, lest perchance appear to have asserted himself overmuch, let us inquire of the Father. For the Father said, let us make man in our image and likeness, Genesis 1:26. The Father says to the Son, in our image and likeness, and you say that the Son is unlike the Father? John says, quote, beloved, we are the sons of God, and it does not yet appear what we shall be. We know that if he be revealed, we shall be like him, end quote. 1 John 3, verse 2. O blind madness, O shameless obstinacy! We are men, and so far as we may, we shall be in the likeness of God. Dare we deny that the Son is like God? Therefore the Father has said, quote, let us make man in our image and likeness, end quote. At the beginning of the universe itself, as I read, the Father and the Son existed, and I see one creation. I hear him that speaks, and I acknowledge him that does. But it is of one image, one likeness, that I read. This likeness belongs not to diversity, but to unity. What, therefore, you claim for yourself, you take from the Son of God, seeing indeed that you cannot be in the image of God, save by the help of the image of God.